Inchlegani. Hami Amugela Eka Eco Village. For those of you who speak English, I'll now translate. I said hello and welcome to the Eco Village. I am living and working in South Africa at the moment with 7 other deadly Indigenous Australians. We are working at a local primary school called Mpaku School. What we're doing is building vegetable gardens, and those vegetable gardens will serve as a source of food for the kids who go to school here at Mpaku.
And they'll use that as a part of their lunch program, and then anything extra they can actually sell in the community and keep some of the profits.
So as part of our first phase development, we work alongside the Classic Wallabies Exchange program to establish a relationship with the community. So they're basically our first phase of development.
Before I came here, I had very little knowledge on the history of the Indigenous people in South Africa, and it's something I've been really passionate about, and was one of the things I was really excited to learn about over here. So I've learned a lot about the apartheid and what the Indigenous people over here have been through and how far they've come.
Being First Nations people, there's that immediate connection. During NAIDOC week, CWIE group spoke to the locals and spoke about what NAIDOC means to us back home, and from there stemmed a really organic conversation around some of the similarities that we had, and a lot of the people here didn't know that we shared such a dark history in terms of the apartheid and white Australia policies back home, and it's hard not to feel a connection.
We learned a lot about Australia from the volunteers, because they were, as volunteers, they're always sharing. So we have a strong bond with them. They shared a lot. They are part of us and we're also part of them.
I have also learned that it's not about money, it's not about material things, but through your hard work you can make a difference in someone's life. That's most of the things that I've learned from the volunteers.
As an Aboriginal woman, I've always been really interested in learning about my own culture, but also other cultures, and sort of seeing how they differ, and to be able to have this opportunity to go and explore another culture in a totally different country, but also to see the similarities, I guess, between what it's like being an Aboriginal person back home in Australia.
Personally, working with the local community has been something that I'll remember forever. These people don't have a lot in terms of material possessions, but you can see how happy they are when they work with each other, and I think there's a real sense of mateship and camaraderie between the locals and us.
One of the main key learnings I took out of my time in country here would be heightened self-confidence. I really came here to get out of my comfort zone, do something that I've never done before, and it's really put me in a position where, like, on the spot, and I've had to do things I wasn't comfortable with, but I've had an amazing time doing it.
So this experience, I think, will definitely influence my career choice. I'm hoping to start something like this in Australia, specifically looking at Adelaide and those children or people in high school coming from low socio-economic backgrounds.
I have learnt so much whilst being on this trip. I have learnt from the people that I'm working with in the gardens that live here. I've learnt from the 7 other mob that I came over with. The challenges that the community face here in South Africa are very similar to the challenges faced back home in the communities that I live in the Northern Territory. There's lots of hunger, education is a big problem. I wanted to come over here and learn about what they do to overcome those challenges of education and poverty, and see if I could maybe take bits of the program back home and start building my own little eco-villages in the communities of the Northern Territory.